Hello everyone, it's Darby with RiverBendSurvival again. It's been a while since I've done a video. I've been pretty busy. We've had a number of things going on in our lives at home and with the school and up at the property and work. And I mean, it's just been a lot of things. As I mentioned on a previous video, I've started rethinking a lot of the things that I've been doing for a long time now. And one of those is my kid mentality, or what I'm carrying in my kids. I'm going to be starting a video series very soon. I meant to start it this weekend, but something came up. Starting from ground zero, the building blocks of bushcrafting and survival, and there's a series of videos that will be coming along with that. I'm going to try to keep each one of them short. One of the things I've been thinking about a lot lately is what I need versus what I want. What I need is very minimal. What I want can get pretty extensive. For about 6 months now, I've been looking at getting a Haversack type bag. I'm not looking to make a Haversack kit to go out camping with overnight, whatever the case may be. What I'm looking for is something to carry the absolute bare necessity essentials. I looked all over the internet, I looked through catalogs, I've contacted people, I've done everything. I've been researching it for a couple of months now. There's some great ones out there. But what I decided that I wanted more than anything, and what I needed, was a smaller, and I wanted leather, pouch that I can carry with me when I go out looking for wild edibles, when I go out scouting, when I go away from my base camp, that kind of thing. And then I started thinking about, what do I need versus what do I want? Two of my biggest needs are taken care of on my belt. That's going to be my knife on my side, and it's going to be my fire kit. Those are on my belt. So I started thinking, what do I need to carry with me? I need to carry some water, and boil some water if I have to. This is not a long-term thing. This is not even a 24-hour thing. This is I'm going out and I get thirsty, something to drink. Or I'm going out and I screw up and I can't find my way back to my base camp before the sun sets and it gets dark and it's not worth the risk of traveling at night. I'm just going to hunker down until sun up and then get right back to my gear that's at my camp. So I looked at building my own, I looked at making my own, I looked at ordering some stuff that was online. Then I decided I didn't want any of that. I can make stuff out of leather, I'm just not very good at it. It's not my thing. Little things like this fire kit container and stuff like that, I can make those all day long. But for this bag, I wanted something that I'm going to have from now until I hand it off to one of my kids. So I started watching eBay, and I watched it for about 3 months solid. I would go on there twice a day and see what was new on there, what had come up. A couple of weeks ago, a bag came up and I went, that's the one I want. So I waited and I waited. I didn't put any bids in. I watched it 3 times a day. When I got up in the morning, when I got home from work, and right before I went to bed, I checked to see where the bidding was at. I decided what it was worth to me. Whether it's worth that or not, I have no idea. But I looked at it as from what was I willing to pay for it. With 2 seconds left on the bidding process, and about 5 minutes before the bid closed, the price started bumping up. People were doing that $1 game. Just bidding over $1, $1, $1. I decided that the bag was worth $50 to me. So with 2 seconds left, I skipped all the bumping up thing, and I think I actually put in a bid for like $47, $48, call it $50. I put in a bid with 2 seconds left, and I got the bag. Last week, I got the bag in, and I'll show it to you here in just a second, but it would not hold. I wanted something small, and that's what I got. It would not hold any of the water containers that I carry, or that I thought was sufficient. So I started researching that, and that's why I've been holding off on doing this video, because I want to show the kit. What I wound up doing was buying one of these. It's the Swiss Army canteen. I think it's actually a Swiss officer's canteen set. It has the cork lid on it. It has the aluminum cup. It holds just a little less than 3 cups of water. Like I said, it's not going to be enough to go out 72 hours or whatever. If you're just out walking around, it gives you some water to drink. The cup, which you can boil in, I have not done it yet. Oh, I just lied. I did it on an alcohol stove. I haven't done it in a fire. The cup, which you can boil in, it has marks on it. The top mark here, which is almost to the top, is 2 cups of water, which worked out perfect because when I made it, I was actually making a Mountain House meal, and it called for 2 cups of water. So I heated the 2 cups of water in this thing to see what it did. I'm going to rearrange the camera now, and I'm going to show you about the bag. I don't know that I have ever been happier with something that I ordered online.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are interrupting your usual video for this breaking story. RiverBend News has just confirmed that we have received video of something that has never been caught on tape before. We must warn you that this following video may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Authorities have confirmed that this is a rare incident. It seems to only happen every couple of years when he receives something that is exactly what he is looking for. We have been assured there is no danger to the public, but we are advising people to stay away from the scene if you should ever happen upon it. We will continue to track this story and let you know if there are any further developments. We now return you to your video.
I've got the camera readjusted now and got my ugly face off of it. Here's the bag that I ordered. It is heavy-duty leather. It's well made. Everything is double stitched except for the sheath that was added on for the knife, and I'll talk about the knife here in a second. All of the connections are tethered leather strips. And it came with a set of extra strips in case something rips. I just dropped them in the bottom of the bag. They were hanging in these extra holes like tassels. I'm not a big 70s fan. I don't like the tassels everywhere, so I took those off. The bag itself, it's the only tape measure thing I could find right now, is a little over 7 inches across. It is about 7 inches long, and it stands up about 2.5 to 3 inches deep. Like I said, I wanted something small, something to put on my side to carry my absolute, I have to have these needed things. In this pouch, I just need to carry the things that I don't already carry on my belt, which we talked about, which is my fire kit and my belt knife. For those of you that watched the knife video for the 1-year challenge, this is still the Condor knife. You can see it's getting kind of beat up and used, but it's doing great. I did add a dangler to it. I'm a big fat guy, and when this is on the belt, this was bothering me sticking in my side, so I did add a dangler to it. I just made it out of a handcuff keeper that I had from when I was in law enforcement and security. It works perfect. I put a stainless steel split ring on it. I've had no issues with that with the knife, but we'll get to the knife on another video. My fire kit, like I said, I just made this little bag right here. And in it I carry the tin, the tobacco tin. It has the magnifying glass in it, which can and does start fires. It starts them really quick. I don't know, I'm sure it helps that we live down here where it's 99% of the year it's hot and sunny. I carry a couple of fire straws in it, a couple of wet fires or wet tinders, or yeah, wet fires. I have some char cloth. I have it's actually a Boy Scout rod. It works fine, and it fits in the kit nicely. That's the fire kit that I carry. Besides the fact that I smoke and I carry a lighter on my person, which, let's be honest, unless I'm doing a class or I'm showing somebody how to do something or I'm just practicing, if I'm going to start a fire, I pull the lighter out of my pocket and use it. That's just being honest with you. Anyway, this kit, when I'm out, is always on my belt. So I have a way to make a fire. I have a cutting edge. So what things did I need that if I had to stay out overnight and couldn't get back to my gear, what did I need exactly? I needed a way to carry, and if need be, boil some water. So I got this. I need me a little bit of cordage in case I have to make a shelter somewhere. So I have about 50 foot of paracord. It's probably a little less than 50, probably about 40 foot of paracord. I have, this is embarrassing to say, I carry a 55-gallon trash bag in my pouch here. My wife had a party this last week with a bunch of women came over for scrapbooking or card making or something. And since 3/4 of my house is covered in my stuff and my bushcrafting stuff, survival stuff, she took it all and piled it up. And my daughter actually used the trash bag that was in here. It was sitting on top of it. She used it to pack up a bunch of stuff and put it in it. So I've got to put another trash bag in here for an emergency rain poncho or shelter. You all know what those are used for. So between what I have on my belt with fire and a knife, I have some basic cordage. I have a way to boil water if need be. I have a way to carry a little bit of water. I have the berry in my shelter with the trash bag liner, with the can liner. I have the very basic of basic needs met if I have to stay out overnight with just what I have on me with this bag. Now, I added two things to it. I added another fire steel striker, Ferrocerium rod, whatever term you want to put on it. I added one of those. There's a pocket that sits down inside of this bag. I'm not going to be able to get it on the camera here. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's a pocket that sits right here, and this rod slides right down inside there, and it's gone. It's not in the way anywhere. One other thing that I added, for those of you that are not in the trades, Billy Joe up there in Knoxville, he'll know what this is as soon as I show it. This is the saw. Now I have different brands of saws. I have the famous Baco Laplander. It's a great saw. It's a fine saw. I have some that I've gotten from home and garden centers. I've never had one fail on me. I'm sure that it happens, but I've never had one of those folding saws fail on me. I spent many, many years as a licensed master plumber. One day I needed another saw, and I was going to go buy one, and then I remembered I had this. This is just a Lennox saw. Pretty much any plumbing or electrical supply house you go into, you're going to find these in there. They have a good metal handle. They take any Sawzall blade that can go onto it. When you need to change a blade, you loosen that screw, take your blade out, and put in the blade you want. This is not normally the blade that I have on here. I had to change a faucet this last weekend, or during this week, and I switched blades because I just cut the old faucet off to make it easier for me. But I have a more aggressive tooth pattern when it goes on there. So I added that to the kit. With this kit right here, I have everything that I need for overnight. I can also, the bag is large enough that I can stick a Mountain House meal in here, or I can stick some snacks in here. I can stick 2 or 3 packages of ramen noodles in here when it's all loaded up with these 3 items and the rod that's in there. We're not talking about a lot of stuff, and that was the point of the kit. Now, when I ordered this, I don't remember who made it. It said when I ordered it, and it said where it was made, and there was actually a little video clip of this bag being used by somebody that was a reenactor for the Mountain Man things. When they were at Rendezvous, one of the big rendezvous, if I'm not mistaken, was in California, he made a knife. He liked the knife so much that he added this sheath onto here. The knife is made out of hardened spring steel. It is it's 100% handmade. There's nothing fancy on this thing. You'll see when I get it up here closer to the camera. The fit and finish is horrible, but I can't help but tell you the thing is sturdy as all get out. And it's got that real flexible feel with the spring steel. So far it's held a good edge. It's comfortable. I would never baton with it or anything like that. But for camp chores, or if you're out getting wild edibles, those kind of things, you're getting vines, you're doing stuff, this thing is perfect. Let me see if I can get it up here on the camera better. Everything's backwards for me. It is a good sized knife. It's full tang. It has a thin blade on it. I don't even know if that blade will even measure out on a ruler. It's so thin. I guess it will. It's a 1/16 of an inch thick. The blade's 1/16 of an inch thick. It is 5 inches long. The blade itself is 5 inches long. The handle is 4.5 inches long. You do the math, what, 9.5 inches long? This is a good little knife. It's a comfortable knife. So when I have this, because this is just built into the bag itself, I have a backup knife with me all the time. What I've caught myself doing here though is if it's something real simple, quick, I've been grabbing this knife because it's right there. It hangs right there in front of me. I just reach down and pull this knife out. So far I love the bag. I've been extremely happy with it. If you have any comments or if you have anything that you think I should put in here, keeping in mind my goal is to keep it as small and as light and bare minimum as possible. This is not a survival kit. This is not a bushcrafting kit. This is just a when I'm out walking around kit. That's all this is. There it is with all the items in it. The flaps closed. I'm probably going to wind up doing like I did with this bag and putting a leather tongue that comes down just so I can loop it down here and keep this down. But as it is, when it's hanging on me, it stays closed anyway. It's just me not being happy with anything. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.